Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom, man. Right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. That is to say all praises to the Heavenly Father, whom the world calls God, in the name of his only begotten Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? We the Hebrew Israelites, man, coming from the watchmen of Israel, sick, right? We come here week in and week out, man, to wake up our people, man, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, right? And prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. America, aka Babylon the Great, right? And remember, we're living in the last days, man, and the clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is got something special on the way for those that are willing and ready to serve him, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has something coming on this earth for those that are willing to serve him, right? Meaning keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, man, in the faith of the Most High God, man, right? And that's everlasting peace, right? What's going on, family? How y'all feeling, man? What's going on, man? Right? Y'all believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible, brother? What's your nationality, big dog?
Yes, sir.
What would you call yourself, my man? Like if you was filling out an application or anything, what would you put down? What was gave? Right, watch your back, bro. Right, so, right, I mean, that's a good answer, what we was given. You know what I'm saying? African American, black, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The reason why we ask these things, because of course we know, right, it's a title given to us by our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible speaks about a particular group of people, right? The Israelites, right? That will be known even unto the ends of the earth, right? Known by signs, right? And things that are placed upon them, right? And be identified with these things, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28, give me signs 46, right? Read that real quick. I'm show you something, King.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 46.
Read it out.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right, and so what that means is, right, the Israelites in the end times would be called by different names, right? They wouldn't be known as the Israelites anymore. And because we went off, we sinned against our God, we didn't keep commandments, we were exiled, scattered out of the land, scattered to the four corners of the earth, and now we go on to different aliases, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said this was going to happen to his special people, which are the Israelites, right? So now we're going to identify those people through some of these curses, right? To this day, right? Let's start from the top, 28.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, from the top.
Right.
It reads, And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
right,
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right, so we had a choice. When we came out of Egypt, what were the Israelites doing when they were in Egypt? Are you familiar with Moses and what he went to go do to the Israelites to bring them out of Egypt? What were they doing? Yes. Right. The Egyptian the Israelites out of slavery under the hand of the Egyptians, right? So he said, look, once he got the Israelites out of captivity, he brought them to the wilderness, okay? And he gave them the commandments of the Most High God, right? And the first thing God told him was, look, if you listen to my commandments and you do everything, right, I'm going to set you above everybody on the earth. I'm going to separate you from everybody, and I'm going to make you the hegemony of everybody on the earth, right? This was going to be the positive or the upside of following the commandments of the Most High God, right? But it's always an opposite side, right? Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15.
Right.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
all these what?
All these curses,
right,
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So it's sad to say that as soon as Moses went up on the mount to get those commandments, what did the people start doing? He was on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. The people got restless, and what started happening? They start serving other gods. They start worshiping golden calves and things of that nature, right? So they didn't follow the commandments, because that's the first commandment. Thou shalt not worship other gods.
Right.
Right? So they broke the commandments right off the bat. So the Lord said, I'm going to put curses on you, right? But read that.
So one of these curses. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16.
Right out.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So the Lord said, look, now these curses are going to be a reoccurring thing, right? All the way into the ends of the earth, right? So he said, curse you're going to be in the cities, and curse you're going to be in the fields. Now look, just in America, we're going to stay in America. Anywhere you go in America, any city, could be Baltimore, Texas, LA, wherever you go, in the low impoverished areas, man, in the slums, in the ghettos, man, living off of Section 8, man, gang banging, hating each other, man, you know what I'm saying? All these things, who was living in these areas, man? Who was cursed in the cities? What people? Our people, right? And he also said you'll be cursed in the fields as well. Who was out here picking cotton, man? In the fields, man. And even today, even in the work field, man, we first fired, last hired, man, discriminated against, you know what I'm saying, in the society, all these things. That was going to be one of the curses, man, right? And give me verse 37, right? I'm going to just give you a couple, right?
Deuteronomy 28, verse 37.
Right.
And it reads, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Right, so you now, the Israelites are an astonishment to people. Meaning when people look at you, they're astonished to see you.
Right.
Why? Because you got brothers walking around with their pants hanging down, they gang banging, all they good for is playing sports, high flying, dunking, running touchdown, right? And you're going to be a proverb, right? A proverb is a smart saying, like all niggas like chicken and watermelon, right? Or an elevator can raise a family, but not a nigga. You know, those are proverbs, smart sayings that were going to be against the people, right? And he said, read the last part of that.
God. And thou shalt become, and it says, and a byword among all nations.
And right, and you're going to be a byword, meaning your name is going to be called differently among all nations. That's why you go to any other nation in the world and they will tell you they got a name like nigga here in America. They call you certain names. Even in Africa, they call you a cotton picking nigga. You know what I'm saying? Different names, man. And then we go on to different aliases like African American, Negro, Black, Afro American, right? All these things. These things were a curse that was put on our people, man. Right? And he said this was going to be on the Israelites, right? And I'm going to give you the main curse that I know your spirit should bear witness with, right? Give you one more. Give me 68.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And it reads, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So remember, when they were in Egypt, they were what? They were slaves, right? So the Lord said, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt. Now we know physically that once the Israelites left Egypt, they never went back in. Physically, right? So the Lord speaks to us in similitudes. So when he says, I'm going to bring you back into Egypt, he said, I'm going to bring you back into another bondage, right? Let me prove that real quick. Read that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
Right.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right, so when you hear Egypt, that's representing a bondage, right, to the Israelites. So he said, I'm going to bring you into another Egypt or another bondage again, but how? Right, before you read that question, how did we get on this side of the earth? What mode of transportation did black folks have to take to get on this side of the earth? Vote, right? Read that.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
So the Lord said, I'm going to send you into another bondage on ships, right? So we know in history that no other nation of people went into slavery or captivity via slave ships, but us, right? So remember, he's talking to the Israelites,
right,
in this instance, right? Finish that.
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships,
right,
by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So he said, once you get to this place where you get off of ships, I'm going to sell you to your enemies, man. You know what I'm saying? And no man is going to be able to redeem you out of that, man. Like I said, in history, we had certain men rise up like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, the Black Panthers, you know, Huey P. do things like that. But what happened to those brothers? They was cut down the full time. Because the Lord said, ain't nobody gonna get you out of this, man, but me. Right? So remember, the whole time he's talking to the Israelites, man. So I'm gonna cut quick to the chase. If he's talking to the Israelites and all these things are congruent to us as a people, who would that make us, brother? Because we're the Israelites, man. The Bible is speaking about a certain people, God's chosen people.
That's right.
He's talking about us. Right.
Is there such thing as Hebrew?
Yeah, Hebrew. That's exactly who we are. Yeah, that's our nationality. Hebrew Israelite. Yes, sir.
All right, so y'all ever heard of a place called African Town?
African Town? Where's that at?
It's in
Alabama?
it's just like one of our cities where our people was like, you got so many places where the ships come to.
Right, right. Ports. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I saw a documentary with it. And like it's supposed to be one of the last places where they dropped our people off there.
Right, okay. Right.
Alabama, it's called African Town. You can look it up.
Okay.
What they normally do, like they do the rest of us, they build bigger factories and all that type of stuff. So you know when they build a factory, they swipe
What's
it
up?
all
Right,
out.
right. Yeah, you're right, right.
Like it was a founder there, and they like he was one of those founders that stood strong, stood fast. He said without a piece of land, you really have no voice.
Right, okay.
So
Yeah.
if you don't have no land, you have no voice.
Right,
So
right.
he made it where he stood and got his stand where he said, made our people feel like we got about this land, but we have voice.
Right,
We have
Right. Right? So yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Without that, you have no voice. So he stood strong for the people, and it's like a historic spot. Now, there's not much because they really, like I said, they put factors and all that.
Right, right.
And I make it my business to go listen, you know, see,
All praises.
you know, to know what's really going on.
Right, right, right.
You know, and then you have some of the woke,
Yeah,
or the
right, right.
wokists that
Right,
they say
right, right.
that's here that they want to have. They don't want us to wake
Right,
up.
that's right.
You know,
That's
so
right.
when they don't want us to wake up, they lead us to the crime and all the other stuff that
That's
we
right.
have around here. So
That's
I
right.
have no reason to hate you or
That's
no reason.
right.
You know,
That's
for
right.
no
We
reason.
brothers. You know
We
what I'm saying?
brothers.
That's it. You know what I'm
Regardless
saying?
of who our brothers are, we're brothers.
That's right.
You know,
That's
so
right.
we don't have enough of us to speak out, but we can get enough of us
Right.
to come in. So we all in a standstill because we got a little use type stuff. Who we think he is? He think he this. He think he that.
Right,
It's not
right,
about
right.
that because you just like when he came and gave me this. You give me the word. I know if you would give me anything other than what was true, I would have been walked out.
That's right. That's right. All praise to the Most High, right?
He give you wisdom, knowledge, understanding.
That's right.
But he's the
That's
eyes
right.
in him, so he gonna give you all that.
That's right.
So
Right.
if you don't take heed of what's being said, then it's up on self.
That's
Ain't
right.
Nobody
That's-
make it's all about self.
That's
Ain't
right.
nobody make nobody do nothing.
Right.
We was made to do a lot of stuff.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? That's why we here today. But
Right.
other in these days and times, can't nobody make it.
Right. The Lord said, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
right.
and he said, I set aside a remnant of my people. Right? Because like you said, everybody's not going to get it. They not going to get it, man. Because they complacent in this place. They enjoy,
But they come
you know.
they come from the Willie Lynch syndrome.
That's right. That's right.
When you got
You know
the
what I'm
Willie
saying?
Lynch syndrome.
You start loving your master and everything.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Willie Lynch syndrome. And it was.
How y'all doing, family?
It was embedded. Embedded in our ancestors from then.
Right, right.
Where
Generational trauma.
I got a beef with him just because he likes it. He's still my brother.
Exactly.
It ain't his fault what they done.
Let me show you something. That's in the Bible too. I'm gonna show you something real quick. That's one of the curses. Right? Read that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 54.
Bring it out.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
See that? Your eyes gonna be evil towards your brother. Because we used to be black power and loving each other. You know what I'm saying? But now I might stare at you just a little too long because I'm admiring your shoes or something. Now, nigga, who you know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? But you don't see no white man looking at each other. They gonna be like, hey, God, you know what I'm saying? Well, but that's a curse that was placed on our people. You know what I'm saying?
And then they don't think it still exists.
Yeah, but it's still.
And Willie died to the curse of
Yes,
Willie Lynch.
yeah, it is.
And what he did, he instilled and taught them That's why he took the father away from the mother.
That's right, man. That's right.
So the mother can raise the child, and then once the mother raises the child, you know he gonna be. Anytime a man is ready, he gonna still be rebellious, even though. You got some mamas gonna knock your butt out. It still don't matter, but you still gonna be that boy.
You gonna be that, you know what I'm saying?
Going from that boy to that man, you still got your ways of, then you got your ways of thinking that was instilled in, like, okay, my dad ain't here, you can't tell me.
You can't, exactly. I got a little taller than you now, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna finish the precinct, because what you saying is right here, right? Read that.
We'll start from the top. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom,
and towards the woman. You know what I'm saying? You got domestic violence, man. You got us sexing on women and leaving them, not giving a damn about them, not marrying them, not taking care of them. Right, read.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Which he shall lead. Yeah, we know who's known for that. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord put them curses on us, man, because we refuse to follow his commandments.
That's right. I think it's gonna come back up, but what bothered me to be in the world like we in. We got the highest crime rate, 50% crime rate. So we in jail, we only 13% population.
See that? Give me that, Isaiah. You speaking the scriptures, man. You know, that's what I'm saying, brother. Hey, the Most High got everything. Yeah, you're right, man.
13% of the population, but we got our crime rate 50% higher. So we 50% of the system.
Exactly, because it strives off of us, man. Because we were taken off the plantation and given to the plantation just opened up. Just because we ain't on the field no more. You know what I'm saying? We still here. Yeah, the jailhouse, everything. You said back in slavery, right? Read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 22.
Work it out.
And it reads, 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Right.
They are all of them snared in holes.
Right.
And they are hid in prison houses.
They are what?
They are hid in prison houses.
Right.
They are for a prey and none deliver it.
Right. Because, you know what I'm saying, we were robbed for our heritage, our homeland, everything that we were, it was taken away from us, man. Right. And the only way we know how to survive in this land is trying to get it how we live, like we say, you know what I'm saying? And now it's called a trap. We snared in holes, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. They set up a trap for you to where they can encage you, and then they set up their Constitution tells you, the amendment, Salaki. The 13th Amendment tells you slavery is abolished except you go back to prison. If you go to prison, now you're a slave of the system. You know what I'm saying? It's all set up against you. Yeah, this place is set up against you as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. This is a prison camp. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord brought us here because we didn't want to follow him. We wanted to follow like the other nations. We wanted to be like them. We wanted to love other gods. And he said, no, man, you're not going to do that. Because I'm your God, and I expect better for you, man. Right. I'm your father, right? Let me show you something real quick. Give me Amos 3:1 real quick. Give me Joel 2 and 27, right? I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, brother. Right?
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1, and it reads,
Write it out.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right, and see, that's one thing you're gonna see a reoccurring theme. In the Bible, he's always talking to the children of Israel. That's right. He ain't talking to the world, he's talking to the children of Israel because they're his chosen, right?
Right. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Right.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Right, because the Lord said, I only know you. You know, you're my children, right? That's like you having a son, and he come to you and say, Dad, can I go outside and play with so-and-so up the street? You like, yeah, go ahead, but I better not catch you out in the middle of that street. But you look outside, and you see both of those boys in the middle of the street. You're not finna go out there and whoop both of them boys. You're going to go get your son. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he does to us. He gets us, and when we go and we sin, he come get us. He punishes us. You know what I'm saying? Punishment's like, okay, you want to keep going off committing fornication and doing all this? Well, I'm going to make this police officer stop you, right, on this certain night. And it's just going to be a tail light stop, but you're not going to make it home. He's going to put 60 bullets in your behind, man. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. The Lord ain't he ain't playing, man. Everybody think that God is all love and this and that. The Lord will kill you, man. He's not playing. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible tells you that. You know what I'm saying? So he's punishing us, man. because he's only our God, right? Read that real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 66. And it reads, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee,
right?
And thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
See that? Because a white man can get stopped by the police and he'll cuss him out. He got a gun in his lap and everything, you know what I'm saying? Cuss him out, you know what I'm saying? Nothing happens. But let a brother pull out a cell phone. It's over. You know what I'm saying? And people think, oh, this is just a coincidence. No, the Lord is punishing us because we don't want to return to his commandments.
Right.
But that's the only way we're going to get out of this situation, man, when we return to the Most High God, man. I see your wife, man. Where you from, brother? So, you know what I'm saying? But, like, so, basically what we're teaching is the Black, Hispanic, Native Americans are the true children of Israel. The Bible is about us, right? Get into that YouTube, brother, right? Tap in.
Plug you in real quick, King?
Yeah, go ahead and give him something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh yeah, do your thing, brother. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, oh yeah, all praise to the Most High, man. We definitely appreciate you. Look, give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12 real quick. See where it is. Right? Deuteronomy 10 and 12, right? Right, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel, what do the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God. To fear the Lord thy God. To walk in all his ways and to love him. And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day for thy good.
So we got to keep the commandments, King. And when you find the commandments, right? Right? When you find the commandments, is the first 5 books of the Bible, man. You start learning those commandments, man, coming back to your heritage, man. Hey, man, and start serving your God. Repent. All praise to the Most High. Be safe, man. All praises, man. Right? See, that's a beautiful thing when brothers come in and they're sincere, they listen, man, they hearken, man. Hey, that's the point of change right there, man.
Right?
That's when brothers and sisters coming home, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are bricks that are being laid, man, right now. Right? But like I said, we living in that time to where, man, you know, time is going short, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time to hear. You ain't trying to hear it. See that? That's off. That's wicked. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you better repent and keep the commandments, sis. The Lord gonna take you out. I'm trying to get back. That's wicked as hell, boy. Boy. And see that, and that's gonna be a prime example, man. Lord willing, the sister will repent. But that's a prime example of 2/3 talk. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what the 2/3 out here on, man. And they're gonna meet a certain death, man, in that day. And when times come, man, when it get all hell breaks loose, they ain't gonna make it, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, and verse 25.
Bring it out.
And it reads, but ye have said it not all my counsel,
right,
and with none of my reproof.
Right.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
What you say?
I also will laugh at your calamity.
Right.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
Right, and that's what the Lord is going to do. When the fear come upon you, man, the Lord going to laugh at you, man.
Right.
He going to laugh at you. Give me 2 Chronicles chapter 36 and 16. Oh, 16 and 36. Is it? No, 36 and 16. Stop it. Read that.
Come on. I'm going to skip down to verse 28.
Right.
Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
Right.
They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
And that's exactly what happened, man. You walk by, man, and you don't choose the fear of the Lord. You choose to say, I want to go get effed up. I ain't got time to hear the words of the Lord, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to become a time where, hey, man, there's a famine of the word coming, and you ain't going to be able to hear the words in that day. And the Lord said, I want to mock you, man, when your fear comes, man. Right, read what you got.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 36 and 16.
Bring it out.
But they mock the messengers of God.
What they do?
But they mock the messengers of God.
Right.
And despise his words.
And what?
And despise his words.
Right.
And misuse his prophets.
Right.
Until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people. Till there was no remedy.
And there's going to be no remedy soon, man. All hell is going to break loose, man. You got a chance right now to repent and come back to the Heavenly Father, man. And, hey, start keeping his commandments, man. But, hey, you talking about you want to go get effed up. Well, guess what? The Lord going to F you up in the end of the day, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's definitely something coming for those that serve the Lord, man. Even you are going to have to go through something. How y'all doing, man? What's your ethnicity, brother?
I'm good.
You see that? Everybody good. They don't want to hear the words of the Lord, man. But the Lord gonna say the same thing, man. Why call me Lord, Lord, and do not what I tell you, man? You don't want to hearken to my voice today. Don't call me Lord, right? How you doing, sister? You got a couple minutes to hear the words of the Lord? You can come in. You got a couple minutes to hear the words of the Lord?
I'm already
Well, the church ain't telling you the truth if they ain't telling you to keep the commandments, sister.
That's right.
So you got to repent and keep the commandments, sister.
That's right.
Right? Read that.
It's the book of Job, chapter 27, and verse 8.
Right.
For what is the hope of the hypocrite?
Right.
Though he hath gained, when God taketh away his soul.
See that?
Will God hear his cry when trouble cometh upon him?
That's it on that. So, hey, that's playing upon tables, man. What hope do you have if you're a hypocrite? The Lord said the hypocrite can't stand in my sight, man.
Right.
He hates all workers of iniquity, man. You know what I'm saying? He hates all workers of iniquity. Lord, the people in church will tell you, hey, man, God doesn't hate anyone. He just hates the sin. But the Lord said, no, I hate the worker of iniquity, man.
Right.
He hates the sinner. Not just your works. He hates you that commit these things, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll get there real quick, right? Grab that. What you got? Right, hold that. Right, get there real quick.
This is the book of Sirach in chapter 12 and verse 6. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 6, and it reads, for the Most High hated sinners.
What the Lord say?
For the Most High hated sinners.
Right.
And will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
Right.
And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
See that, man?
The Lord hates sinners, right? What's your nationality, brother?
What type of word?
What's your nationality, family? I got time for the words of God? Huh? You're French, right? You a product of the slave trade? You will possibly be an Israelite, brother, right? Our people are in France as well. Sister, you too. Repent, keep the commandments, man. Right? But give me 2 Timothy 3 and 12 real quick. Right? Let's get into things that are about to happen on this earth, man. 2 Timothy 3 and 12, right? Read that.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 12. And it reads, yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution.
Shall what?
Shall suffer persecution.
Everybody that's going to, hey, keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh Yahushua, man, we going to suffer persecution, man.
That's right.
we going to suffer these things that come. Give me some red 2-1. You know what I'm saying? These things, man, hey, that's coming. And it's here right now, man. Because you see it in the form of people not paying attention. They don't want to hear nothing, man. They feel like you ain't got nothing to say to them. You can't tell them nothing. You can't teach them nothing. That's a form of persecution. But it's going to be a whole other level of persecution coming on this earth, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come to serve the Lord, man, the Lord said prepare yourself for temptation, man. Prepare yourself for things that are going to come against you, man. That you got to bear these things, man. Because if you come to serve the Lord, you're going to be considered the outcast of the world, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to feel the way like they're supposed to feel about you. How you doing, sisters? Y'all got a couple minutes to hear the words of the Lord? Y'all sisters got a couple minutes to hear the words of the Lord? Y'all repent, keep the commandments, sisters. Right? Read that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, from the top.
Right now.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right.
Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure.
And what?
And constantly endure.
Get out, sister.
Right.
You got to constantly endure. You got to set your heart aright, man, and constantly endure. You got to know that these people are going to come against you, man. Know that you're going to be hated for the name of the Lord, man. Right? That you signed up for something that, hey, it ain't an easy thing. It ain't a light thing to come serve the Lord, man. You know, there's stipulations to this thing, man. There is no easy road to the kingdom, to your rest, man. You're going to go through some things, man.
That's right.
Right? You think you hate it because your friend talk about you behind your back, man, and you hate it. No, that's not hatred, man. You ain't hated till somebody trying to take your life from you, man. You ain't hated till you get persecuted, man, to no extent where you can't run. You got to hide, man. That's coming on the earth, man. Right? Read what you got.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 34, verse 19.
Bring it out.
And it reads, Many are the afflictions of the righteous,
Right.
but Yahweh delivered him out of them all.
That's right. There's many afflictions, man. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, when you're under the shadow of the Almighty, man, he always rescue his people, man. He's always there for his people, man, because he loves them 20 and 20, right? He loves his people, man. But when you come to this truth and you say you're going to serve the Lord and you make it your mind, right, to serve the Most High God, man, and keep his commandments in the faith, man, then, hey, man, guess what? You're going to be put to the test, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, hey, guess what? I want to come serve the Lord and then do it for a minimal time, and then they fall out. Because guess what? They did not count the cost, man. They did not understand what it actually took to serve the Lord. Right. That little affliction arose, man, right? And then waves start beating on that wall, man. They broke down and they ran, man, because they didn't know what it really was, man. And Yahushua warned you a long time ago, man. Are you able to withstand, like, hey, and go through the things that I'm about to go through, man? And the things that I have suffered for you in this life, man. Right? Let's get that account real quick in Matthew 20.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him.
Right.
And he said unto her, what wilt thou? She said unto him, grant that these, my two sons, may sit.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's your ethnicity, family?
We're Mexican.
Mexican, this for you. We family right here. This for you. You believe in the Bible? You believe in God? You be from the nation of Israel, from the tribe of Issachar. Right. You gotta repent, keep the commandments these last days. Right? Get into that information on there, man, and learn about your history. Right? All praise to the Most High, right? Read that again.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 20 from the top.
Right.
And then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring a certain thing of him.
Right.
And he said unto her, what wilt thou? She said unto him, grant that these, my two sons, may sit, the one on thy right hand and the other on thy left.
Right. Right. So, hey, man, this lady was asking, you know, Yahushua, man, can my sons come and be with you and do what you do? You know what I'm saying? Asking, can they come to the kingdom and be on your right hand and your left hand with you, man? You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Verse 22. But Yahushua answered and said, ye know not what ye ask.
What the Lord say?
Ye know not what ye ask.
The Lord said, you don't know what you asking me right now, man. Because he understood that, hey, man, certain things were going to have to happen in order for you to get into the kingdom, man. That it was not an easy road. You're not just going to come in here and walk into the kingdom and be good, man. You're going to have to fight wicked spirits, man. You're going to have to fight evil thoughts. You might even have to fight your own flesh and blood, man. You're going to have to renounce this world. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, man, and change everything and follow the Lord wholeheartedly for me. Right? Read on.
Ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup?
What the Lord say?
Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of?
Right. So are you able to go through the same things that I'm going through, man, that I'm going to go through? You got to remember that Yahushua was followed by thousands, man, beat up on, right, running all the days of his life, man. You know what I'm saying? People were aiming to kill him, man. He had no certain place to rest his head. He had no home, man. You know what I'm saying? He was hung on the cross for your death, man, for your sins, man. He was beat, right? You got a couple minutes to hear the words, young brother? Right? What's your ethnicity, man? You're black, right? You believe in God? When did God call you black, brother? He called you human? No, he didn't call you that because everybody on this earth is human. He gave you a certain name, right? I'm going to show you something real quick. Give me Isaiah 45 and I believe 1. Right? Listen to this real quick. Right?
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 45. Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 1. Right? And it reads, thus saith the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose Isaiah chapter 54 in verse 1. Right? And it reads, sing, O barren,
23, yes. I got a couple minutes, family. All praise. Hold on, King. What's going on, family? How y'all doing? All right, what's y'all nationality? Meaning, what's your race? Black. Y'all believe in the Bible? Right? Where did God call you black in the Bible? Serious question, right? You have to think about that for a minute. I don't know, right? Stick your arm out real quick. What color is your arm? So are you black? See that? So why you call yourself that? You know why? Because your oppressor put that on you. The so-called white man that enslaved your ancestors and brought you over on the side of the earth called you that. They called you that because they look at you and they see a disgusting people. They say you're negative, right? You're dumb. You don't have no smarts, right? Everything that's absent from light is darkness, right? Thugs, killers, all that. So when you call yourself black, that's what you're calling yourself. A negative connotation, you put that on yourself, right? You're downgrading yourself, right? But the Lord called you an Israelite, right? You ever heard of the Israelites in the Bible? Right? What you know about the Israelites? You Deuteronomy 7:6. Y'all don't know much? I'm going to show you what the Lord think about you, right? Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Right.
And it reads, For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Right.
Above all people.
I'm the same, man.
Above all people,
right,
that are upon the face of the earth.
So with God, there's never equality. But this society tells us that everybody's equal. White man, Chinese man, right, Arab man, black man, we all the same, right? That's what they tell you. But guess what? Who can play football like you brothers? Who can play basketball like y'all? Right? Who can run track like the black man? Who can sing like the sisters? Who can dress and do anything like the sisters, man? Nobody. Right? And you see that on a physical level. Can't nobody do what you do. Right? Those people have to go into a tanning bed just to try to get their skin like you.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just the truth. It's just the truth. So there's no such thing as equality. Them people ain't equal to you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said you are special, you're holy, you're separate from everybody, and you're chosen, and you're above everybody on this planet. Man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But why don't we live like that? Right? Why are we the lowest on the earth, man? Why are we in the impoverished places on the planet? Why are we in the ghettos, the slum? Right? We running around here crazy in the mind, we gang banging, man. You know, our dads ain't in the home sometime, man, taking care of us. You know what I'm saying? Our moms might be in the street doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Or having to work 2 or 3 jobs just to take care of you. Right? Because the Lord said you're special. So why is that? Right? You got an answer? I'm going to let the Lord tell you. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
And it reads, But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Lord said, look, Israel, if you do not keep my commandments, I'm going to place curses on you. Right? What is a curse? It's a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? So the Lord said, guess what? If you don't want to listen to me, I'm going to put a curse on you, right? And one of these curses I'll give me 28:28.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 28.
Right?
And it reads, The Lord shall smite thee with madness,
right,
and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Right? So he said, look, I'm going to smite you with madness, man. I'm going to make you crazy. Y'all see a lot of our people walking around here. They homeless. They talking to themselves. They smoking crack. They doing all these things because that's a curse that God put on our people, man. You know what I'm saying? You got blindness because you don't know who you are. When
Right.
you came up here, I said, what would I call you? What's your nationality? Everybody said black. But guess what? You can't take no plane and fly to the land of black.
Right.
What's the language of black? Right? What's the black culture? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's confusion. Because the Lord said, I'm going to take that away from you. You're not going to know who you are, right? Give me that in Jeremiah 17:4. I ain't going to keep y'all too long, but y'all got to hear this thing. Right? Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
It reads, And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from the heritage that I gave thee.
Right.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Right. So guess what? If I would ask you what your heritage is, could nobody tell you, right? The Lord said, I'm going to take that away. Right? That's going to be a curse that's on you, man. And then I'm going to cause you to serve your enemy in a land that you never knew. Because how did we get over here? On shit, right? In slavery. Because you learn that in school, in history, they always tell you about Negroes being a slave, right? But they don't tell you what you were before that. It always starts with being a slave. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want you to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? And then he said you're going to have to serve your enemies, man. When you were sold to these people, they were your enemies, right? And everything you do, that drink that you got to drink, that drink that you got, where did you get it from? The store, right? Who owns that store? Indians, right? You go to the gas station, every time you give your money to somebody, they who? Them Arabs or them East Indians, right? When you sisters want to go get that pretty hair and put it in your head, who's selling it to you? Majority of the time, who? Indians and them Asians. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you want to go get some food or clothes on your back or anything, who you going to? Majority of the time, it's the white people that own all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said you're going to serve your enemies for the one of all things, right? For everything. Because we don't own nothing. And if we do have a little business, we have to go get our things, our materials from those other nations. Right.
That's right.
Like we pick trillions of dollars of cotton for free. But we don't own none of this, no textile mills to make these clothes. Right. You know what I'm saying? Your enemy does. And the Lord said that's going to be a curse on you for not keeping my commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to consider. What is it that I must do to get out of this situation? We the greatest people on earth, but we live in terrible.
That's right.
Section 8. Food stamps. We might think it's cool, girl. I got these food stamps, about 400 this month, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? But that's a curse. Because guess what? Those white people are the ones that say, I'm going to give you a little bit. And the only way you're going to get those things is what? You got to kick that man out of that house to get it. That's a curse. You know what I'm saying? Break up the families. I'm going to give all the women these gifts, but you can't have that man in the house. And then the man can't be in the house to teach his sons how to be men. That's why you got all these men running around here effeminate, and they had who did, or they out here gang banging and shooting each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? They hate one another because they don't have this strong male figure in the house. They need. And the women, hey, they not teaching their daughters how to become holy women because what? They out in the club saying they going out. You know what I'm saying? They sleeping with Trey and man and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. It's just the truth. And it gets passed down from generation to generation, man. Or these things are perfect, right? So I'm going to give you a couple of commandments real quick before y'all go. Some things that we have to start doing in order to serve the Most High God and get His good graces. Right? Right? Somebody got a birthday? Oh, well, guess what? What if I told you that God said don't celebrate a birthday? We're not supposed to do that because that's not our custom. Right? Give me that Jeremiah 10. Give me Jeremiah 20. Right? That's the first Jeremiah 20. Give me Jeremiah 10. Right? Read that.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Right now.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Right.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
What the Lord say?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Right.
And be not dismayed of the signs of heaven.
Right.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
So the Lord said, learn not the ways of the heathen, right? The heathen, meaning the other nations, had those customs, those birthdays, man. You know what I'm saying? Those birthdays were done, right, it's like a self-worship, right? And that's one of the first commandments is, thou shalt not worship other God. So if you don't worship the Most High God and you celebrate birthday, you're worshiping yourself. Because what? It's all about me. It's my day. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord said don't do that because that's other people's custom. Right? You're not supposed to do those things, right? What you got? Yeah. Now listen to this. Read that.
So this is the Satanic Bible. And birthdays, the idolatry of self-esteem, the highest of Satan's holy days.
See that?
Right? it says the highest of all holy days, the highest of all holy days in the satanic religion is the date of one's own birth.
See that?
Their birthday.
So what you're doing is you actually worshiping Satan when you do that. You're worshiping the devil when you celebrate your birthday. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord said you can't do that. Just like you can't celebrate Christmas, right? 4th of July, Thanksgiving, things of that nature. The Lord gave us our own high holy day. Right? He gave us things like Pentecost, right? The Day of Atonement, dedication, right? Purim, right? Passover. All these different high holy days you find in the Bible, right? These are the things we're supposed to celebrate, right? But let me give you one more precept, and then I'm going to give you a couple of commandments, and I'll let you go. Right? Read that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20, and verse 14. And it reads, "Cursed be the day wherein I was born."
What the Lord say?
Cursed be the day wherein I was born.
Right?
Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed.
See that? So therefore, you gotta throw that birthday behind. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be out here blowing candles and making wish. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, he said, "Cursed be the day I was born." You know what I'm saying? And don't let that day be blessed. Because when you were born into this world, you were born into captivity. That's right. Right? You were born to be subject under your slave master. Why? It's because we stopped keeping his commandments and we start following after other people, and God put the curses on us. Right? So it ain't nothing to be playing with, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? Read on.
Verse 15. "Cursed be the man who brought tidings to my father,"
right,
saying, "A man-child is born unto thee," making him very glad.
Right. So when you get those presents and things like that, the Lord said, curse that, man. Don't receive those presents, man. That's a gift of Satan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to give those things and say, "Hey, man, blessed be that man that was born," man. Right? And I know it's confusing because we grew up in a society and we've learned the ways of this place. Right? And it's something that we came up with. We all went through it when we was kids. Hey, man, we celebrated Christmas, birthdays, all that type of stuff, man. But we found out that it was evil in the eyes of the Most High God, right? Right? Read what you got.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Right?
And it reads, it says, "Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad,
Right?
and a gift destroys the heart."
Right? So you're living in oppression, right? You're under the servitude of your master, right? So you're supposed to be upset about this, right? A wise person will be mad. You wouldn't be trying to make friends with these people. You were trying to stay far away from them. But guess what? They give you gifts all the time. They give you the music you want to hear. They give you a high holy day like, you know what I'm saying, Juneteenth, and things like that to you concerned. That ain't got nothing to do with you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a gift, and it destroys you because you feel like, hey, I'm free. They start to recognize us. They're giving us things. No, that's to keep you asleep. You know what I'm saying? To keep you serving them. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get to some, what you got? Let's get to some commandments real quick. Oh, don't worry about it, King. We're going to get to these commandments. That's a good one, though. That's a good one. Right? Give me a commandment real quick. Give me that Deuteronomy. This for the sisters, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
And I know it's going to be hard for you sisters to hear this because every time this commandment comes out, our sisters be like, man, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Why? But this is commandment of God. You said you love God, right? Love is an action word, not just word. The Most High is about action. You know what I'm saying? So if you love it, you got to do something. Right? Read that.
Deuteronomy 22 and 5. And it reads, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Right.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God."
So when it says a woman should not put on a garment like a man, what does that mean? Speaking to you ladies. Dressing like a man. What does a man wear that a woman should wear? What would you think that is? It's not much that a man wears that you know what I'm saying that a woman will wear. Think about it. The brothers got it on right now. I'll help you out. You put both of your legs in.
Oh, that, okay.
Huh? What'd you say? Who said something? No. Oh, sister. This is clothing, an article of clothing. A woman's not supposed to wear pants, right? You know why? What are you, now, just getting a little real, what are you unzipping that front of your
Flying away, oh, okay. Where'd you go?
A woman is supposed to be wearing a dress like these sisters behind. That's what women want. Pants are a new thing in the earth. Pants didn't come out until about the 1950s, right? Right, and a white woman brought that, right? Wearing pants in that feminist movement. And she figured, well, if I get the black woman involved, then this thing will take off. You know what I'm saying? So when a woman is wearing pants, she's allowing her curves to be shown. You know what I'm saying? Because you know y'all sisters like them tight things, y'all got to be good in it, doing all that extra stuff with it. You know what I'm saying? That's quick. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is showing your body off, and it's called cross dressing. And brothers, you're not supposed to be wearing what a woman wears. Right. What do you think that is? What women wear that men don't wear? That should be simple. A dress. That's why you see these Tyler Perry's and Shanae and all that type of stuff. They sin it before the Lord. That's wicked as hell. That's cross-dressing. That's why this place promotes homosexuality, LGBT, stuff like that. Because this place is evil and it's contrary to the Most High.
Right.
Right? And everything that's promoted in this nation, in this world, the Lord said not to do it. Right? And he said, don't be in this world. You follow me because this world is darkness. And if you follow the things of this world, you're going to be in darkness. Right? So you got to separate yourself from this world and the things that are in this world, right? So you can be acceptable in the eyes of the Most High God. Right? We're going to get one more precept for everybody. Right? Yeah, read that.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Right?
In like manner also, the women adorn themselves in modest apparel,
right,
with shamefacedness and sobriety,
right,
not with broad hair of gold, or pearls, or costly arrays,
right,
but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works.
Right.
Let the woman learn inside.
Right. So the Lord said, look, you got to wear modest apparel. When you look up modest apparel, it's a dress. You got to have a dress, not that old tight body fit dress. You want to wear a nice little flowing, loose dress, right? So I want to get real with you one more time. A woman has an anatomy different from a man, and a woman's anatomy has to be, right? It's different. So when you wear those pants, you cause things like yeast infection, things like that. I'll just be real. It's true. Right? So you gotta start wearing it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to please God, you have to start wearing it. Right. And brothers, please don't be wearing no dresses, man. That's awful hell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give y'all one more commandment, right? Give me the good, man.
This book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
So y'all eat swine, y'all eat pig, y'all eat pepperoni pizza and stuff like that. Read that.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
Right.
Though he divide the hoofs and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
Right.
He is unclean to you.
So the pig is unclean to you. You're not supposed to be eating pork. Pepperoni, right? Ham, all those things are unclean. Because the pig was created to clean the earth.
Right.
The pig can eat anything. Right? You put a dead body on the ground, a pig gonna eat it. A pig can just get done using the bathroom and turn around and start eating. You know what I'm saying? And then a pig's digestive system is not like any other animal. Whatever that pig eats, it stays in its body. Right? So when you eat that, you start eating worms, tapeworms and stuff like that, and they start developing in your body, and they come to your brain, get your brain out, all these things. And even a pig's saliva or spit is toxic than some venomous things. You didn't know that, did you? But the Lord said, hey man, you're different people. You're not supposed to eat those things, right? Because that's what kills you. That's why grandma, when she get older, she got to take them shots and them pill boxes that say Monday through Sunday. She got to take all the pills and all that stuff. Yep. You got high blood pressure, gout, heart attacks, cancer. That comes from the stuff that we eat.
Right.
And we were given that to our slave masters in captivity, right? To keep us in sin and to kill us. So if you're eating pork, you got to give it up.
That's right.
The Lord said so. If you love me, keep my commandments. Right? So one more. Do y'all eat crab, shrimp, anything like that? See that? Read.
Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
Right.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have
right. So whatever comes out of the waters, the ponds, the rivers, the oceans, anything, it has to have fins and scales. So what is that? That has fins and scales. Fish. All you can eat out of the water is fish, but it has to have those two characteristics: fins and scales. You eat catfish, right? Guess what? Catfish only have fins, they don't have That's it. Right. And it's a bottom feeder as well. So when all them fishes are pooping and it's coming down to the ground, the catfish eat them. You know what I'm saying? And all the toxic stuff that the people throwing in the water, they eat that stuff. And when you pick it up and you cook it and you put it in your mouth, you eat everything that fish can eat. And you got a stomach full of boo-boo, you know, toxic waste, all that type of stuff. You got to get rid of that stuff, man, if you want to live for the Lord and you want to be healthy, man. Because y'all young, you know what I'm saying, can't be no more than 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if you want to live a long life, you got to keep these commandments, man, and take care of yourself. Right? So this, go ahead, read that.
God, hey, you know, those commandments might seem kind of hard, but this is Revelations 22 and 14. It says, blessed are they that do his commandments, right, that they may have right to the tree of life, right, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
So that's how you get to heaven, by keeping the commandments and the faith in Christ, right? So one more question before y'all hold this up for me, y'all. Right? Who is this man right here? Who? Jesus? Y'all all believe that's Jesus right here? What you think he looked like? Black? Huh? He looked white? Do the Bible say that? Right? We're going to show you what he actually looks like, right? Real quick. But this right here, to tell you the truth, it's a lie. This is a lie to keep you asleep, man. To make you worship the white man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you what he really looked like. Read it.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
I'm going to start at 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So have y'all ever played baseball or softball before? Y'all know how to play it? So it got, what, a 3-strike rule, right? So we're going to play baseball real quick, right? Read that from the top.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. Right. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So this man's hair is not white and woolly, right? Who got woolly hair on this earth? Wool is like sheep hair. That's right. Right? Read on.
White like wool,
right?
As white as snow.
It's not white, right?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
This guy's eyes is not red. You know what I'm saying? Read.
It says, and his feet.
And his what?
And his feet.
Right? So if y'all take off your shoes, the top of your feet will be the same color as your body, the rest of the body, right? So he said, his feet.
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Brown, right? This is fine brass, right here. Right? Read.
Like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So Christ was so dark, it looked like he was burned in a furnace, man. So if he was walking the earth right there, he would look like us, man.
Bring it out.
A Negro man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when Christ, the real Christ, was walking the earth, he was hated by a lot of people.
Right.
Right? So you know this guy walking the earth, he ain't hated by everybody. He's sending puppy dogs and lollipops and sitting kids and bouncing them on the knee and everything. But who was the most hated people on this planet? Us. So Christ is a black man, according to the Bible.
Right.
Y'all gotta remember that, right? And keep God's commandment. This is the last precept, right?
That's strike 3 against that devil, so y'all gotta stomp.
So hey, do me a favor. Drop it. If y'all believe that's not Christ, step on that devil for me, man. Go on, step on that devil. And don't tip him, stomp him. Yeah, stomp that thing. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a step from breaking that chain, man, of lies.
That's right.
And to know that you are God's chosen people and you're holy to him. And God only loves you. He don't like the wife man the Chinese man, none of them. He created them, but he don't love them, though. He set you above them. So we got to get back to that level of being above them, right? By what? Keeping his what? His word? No, keeping his, start with a C. Keeping his what? Command. We got to keep his command.
That's right.
Right? We give y'all this last precept.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Right?
And now Israel.
Right?
What do the Lord thy God require of thee?
Right? Because it's not one thing to just know that you're an Israelite, right? And all you brothers and sisters will be from the tribe of Judah, right? The same tribe that Christ comes from, right? Read.
What do the Lord thy God require of thee?
Something required of you.
But to fear the Lord thy God,
right?
To walk in all his ways, and to love him,
right?
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
To do what?
To keep the commandments.
To what?
To keep the commandments.
What the Lord just say?
To keep the commandments.
That's right.
of the Lord and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day for thy good.
Right, so y'all take that information, y'all get on YouTube, y'all find the information, y'all watch the videos, and y'all tell y'all's family about this, because your family is Israelites as well. And we gotta wake up and keep the commandments, or we're gonna die in this world, man. We're gonna die because things are about to happen. World War III is about to happen, race wars, all these things. I know y'all seen what happened down there in Alabama, man, with all them Negroes jumped on them white folks. That's coming everywhere, right? That's prophesied to happen, that nation's gonna rise against nation. So y'all gotta get ready for that, man, right? And if you wanna be protected by the Most High God, you gotta do what? Keep his commandments, right? And that's it. All praises to the Most High, man. Right? So y'all be safe out here, okay? Stay out of trouble, right? Y'all Israelites. All praises to the Most High. All right. Well, let's get back into this lesson, man. It ain't gonna take too long, man. All right, so go back to that Matthew 20. Let's start at 22, right?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 20, and verse 22. Bring it out. And it reads, when they have heard these words, they marveled and left him.
Jump over.
Verse 21.
No, you
Select. Verse 22. Matthew 20 and verse 22. And it reads, but Yahushua answered and said, ye know not what ye ask.
Right.
Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of?
So Christ is asking them, man, are you able to drink of the things that are about to come to me, man? Are you able to take that persecution and that hate,
Judah,
right, for me, that I took, man, and about to take, man, right? Because you don't know what you're asking to do. As soon as you come to serve the Lord, man, it's like you signing on the dotted line, man, and you giving your life to the Most High God, man, right? And you got to change everything about yourself, man. And like I said, that comes with people hating you, even your best friends that you came up with, even your people in your own household, man. Because hatred is going to come, it's going to wax worse and worse in these last days, man. And people love darkness more than they love light, right? So when they see your light shining in the world, man, they're going to look at you and they're going to despise you, man. Right? They're going to despise everything you do because they don't want to be corrected, right? They want to live on in their folly. And they feel like everything is okay, right? Give me that Matthew 24, 12. Right, Matthew 24 and 12. Right, read that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 12.
Read that.
And because iniquity shall abound.
What the Lord say?
Because iniquity shall abound.
Right.
The love of many shall wax cold.
And that's what's going to happen, man. Iniquity and sin is going to become more prevalent on the earth, man. More acceptable, more abundant, right? And it's going to surround all the righteous men and women, man. And it's going to weed you out. There's no more going to be any hiding amongst the people. Right now, it's cool. We out here bringing out the word. Even these evil people walking by, ain't nothing's happening. But it's going to come to a time where they're going to be hunting for your head, man. Right? They're going to be coming for you, man. Right? Even the people that you live with, a lot of them are not going to stick with you, man, in that day, man. A lot of these times, man, hey, man, you might have a brother, like I said, you grew up and you was thick and thin. It could even be a twin brother. But he ain't going the way you going. And guess what? He might give you up, man. He might become your enemy, man. And that's just the reality of it, man. Your best friend in the world may become your enemy because they refuse to follow the truth, man. Right. Because they weren't chosen to. And you're contrary to everything going on this earth, so therefore they hate you, man. Give me Matthew 10 and 34 real quick. All right? Matthew 10 and 34. All right? Read that.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34.
bring it out.
And it reads, think not that I am come to set peace on earth.
What the Lord say?
Think not that I am come to set peace on earth.
Right?
I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father,
right,
and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law,
right,
and a man's foes.
And a man's what?
And a man's foes
what?
Shall be they of his own household.
Foes, man, is your ops, man. Your enemies, man. Right? They're going to be of your own household, man. What are you going to do on that day, man? Right. when your own people, man, come against you, man. When your own people hate you, man. You wake up in the middle of the night, man, and your pops is over you, man, and he got clippers going, getting ready to shave your beard off, man, and he want to cut off your fringes, you know what I'm saying, tear up all your shirts, throw them in the trash, burn them, you know what I'm saying, take your meat trees and put bleach all on them, man. What you gonna do in that day, man? You living with your parents and they kick you out on the street, man, because they say, man, we ain't keeping no commandments. God said those are done away with, man. The persecution is heavy on you, man. What choice are you gonna make then, man? Because the Lord said, guess what, man? The world is gonna hate you for everything you do. Because you gotta first consider that when Christ walked this earth, the world hated him.
Right.
Everything that he brought to this place, man, the world was contrary to him, man. The chief priests, scribes, and Pharisees, man, they sought to kill this man. Right. Even his own people. A lot of them, some of them followed him. A lot of them did, but a lot of them didn't. These other nations didn't respect him because they knew. Right? Read that.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And it reads, ye have not chosen me,
right,
but I have chosen you,
right,
and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain.
Right. So the Lord said, I ain't took no step. Oh, go up. Right.
Verse 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Right.
If you were of the world would love his own.
Right.
But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
That's right. Because he chose you to come out of this world, man. Everything you do, you chose to stop celebrating Christmas and your birthday. Right? Hanging out all day on a Saturday watching football. Ain't nothing wrong with watching football, man. We was looking in at the games on the way up here to Kent, man. Checking it out a little bit. But you can't sit around and be on your couch all day watching football, man, with your buddies. They look at you like you weird. Nigga, you rather go out there in the corner and scream at people, right? And read that Bible that the white man wrote. Right. You know what I'm saying? They look at you like you a fool. But guess what? We said we fools for Christ's sake out here, man.
Right.
The Lord said, hey, man, the world is going to hate you because it hated me first. And you're not of this world. Because if you were, the world would love you. Everybody will be cool with you, coming to your crib, hanging out, come to pick you up, going to parties, etc., etc. But that you separated yourself from this world, guess what? Don't nobody come around no more. They talk about you behind your back. When they see you in a distance, right, and they ain't seen you in a while, they try to cut the corner, bend the block on you, like they didn't see you, man. Right. This is what's coming for you, man. When you come to serve the Lord, are you able to bear those things, man? Right? That your family is going to bear false witness against you and get you caught up, man, in this world, man. Are you ready for that? That's coming. Right? Read what you got.
This book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, and verse 1.
Right.
For as much then as Mashiach has suffered for us in the flesh,
right,
arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
Right.
For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin.
That's right.
And he no longer should live in the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High.
That's right. So now you become a slave to Mashiach Yahushua in the Most High, man. A servant, right? You no longer live in the fleshly things, man. You no longer smoking weed. You no more partying. You no more at these bars. You no more fornicating. You no more doing all these things, man. Because you have separated yourself, man.
Right.
Right. You have made that choice to sacrifice everything that you have in this world to serve the Most High God, man. And it's definitely not an easy walk, man. Because your flesh is contrary to your spirit.
Right.
Right? And everything you want to do in your spirit, sometimes you can't because your flesh fights against you, man. This is spiritual warfare, man, and everything. You see, everything is spiritual. Right? But you must be willing to take on that challenge, right, when you come to serve the Lord. That's why he said, when you come to serve me, prepare your soul for the temptation. Are you willing to stand, man, in that day? Are you going to be rooted and grounded in your beliefs and really believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Right? Read what you got.
Verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have brought the will of the Gentiles.
Right.
When we walked in lasciviousness, lusts, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries.
Right.
Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them.
What the Lord say?
Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them.
Right.
To the same excess of riot.
And that's what they do. They think it's strange. They think it's weird that you don't do the things that they do. That you rather serve the Lord and read a book than to go party, man, with all these women, man. You know what I'm saying? That you rather go and hang out with brothers and talk about the scriptures all day and about the end of the world, man. In a kingdom that you cannot see right now, rather than coming and matching blunt for blunt, man, and reminiscing of old days, man, that you used to mess with Tanya and Tina, Lisa, LaShawn, Inez and Alicia. You know, all these things, man. Pure wickedness, man. They think it's weird that you don't do these things, man. Right? But the Lord said eventually, man, this time is going to start getting worse and worse, and iniquity is going to abound, and it's going to come to a point to where the Lord is going to take his men off the street and hide them because the persecution coming. But guess what? That persecution and that flood is going to come, and those people are going to come against you. Satan is going to come against you.
That's right.
And they might come against you in the point of dealing with your family. And if your family's not rooted and grounded in this truth, they're going to give you up. Right? Your people is going to give you up, right? You got a couple minutes to hear the words, brother? Right? Check it out, King. You're an Israelite. Repent, keep the commandments, brother. Right? And your family are going to give you up in these last days, man. Are you willing to go through that? Are you willing to really be persecuted, right, by your own people, man? Why read that in Matthew?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 21.
Bring it out.
And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. It's like it. And the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents,
right,
and cause them to be put to death.
And what?
And cause them to be put to death.
Right, because it's going to be a time, man, where they're going to seek your life, man. And they're going to come through your family that's not rooted and grounded in this truth, man. And they're going to use them to get to you. Right? And they're going to say, hey, man, where's so-and-so? Hey, man, if you give up his location, I'll give you $1 million, man. Right? If you give up his location, man, I'll fill your house up with groceries and goods and everything you need. I'll take care of you. All you got to do is just tell us where he is. We ain't going to harm him. Don't worry about it. Just tell us where he is. We just want to talk to him. And guess what? Some of your family is going to be simpletons, and they're going to give you up.
Right.
And some of them ain't going to give a damn. They're going to give you up with the quickness. Because they be like, I told that nigga to quit following that code. I told that nigga to quit, man. He was lying. I told, hey, man, he said we got to keep the commandments, but, hey, Christ said we ain't got to do that. Hey, he done away with it. You know? And they going to give you up willingly, man. You ready for that? Ready.
Book of Micah, chapter 7 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Trust ye not in a friend.
What the Lord say?
Trust ye not in a friend.
Right.
Put no confidence in a God.
Right.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Do what he say.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Hey, man, your foes are going to be those in your own household, man. It might be that same person you sharing a bed with.
Right.
You just had a baby with.
Right.
2 weeks ago.
Bring it out.
Hey, this is the reality of serving the Most High, man. This is what's coming. Are you ready for that, man? Your woman telling you I love you and kissing you on your forehead and patting your back until you go to sleep. And then at 3 o'clock in the morning, they come and knock on your door, kick down your door and say, hey, where's that nigger at? She points to the room. He over there. That's what's coming. That's what's coming, man. He said, trust not in a friend, man. And keep certain things from that which lies in your bosom. Everything's not profitable for you to be speaking on, man, these last days, man. Because the Lord can put a spirit on anybody, man.
That's right.
And turn against you, man. And all hell is going to break loose. You know? And some of us are going to have to meet that certain fate, man. If it be your life. You know what I'm saying? And when they come against you, they're actually going to be thinking that they're doing a righteous act. Because like I said, they feel like you're in a coat. When they look at you and say, oh, this is weird, this cat is in a coat. Right? They think that it's strange with what you're doing, man. So they feel like they're doing something righteous when they do these things, man.
Right.
Right, read that.
God. Verse 6. For the son dishonoreth the father,
Right.
and the daughter rises up against her mother.
Right.
The daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Right.
A man's enemies are the men of his own house.
And they, man, enemies is his own house, man. Right? Give me that in John 16.
John 16. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended.
Right.
They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service.
See that? And that's the thing. He said when these things come, you should not be offended, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you before, these things are about to happen. And then some of you are going to be put to death. And guess what? When they come to put you to death, they're going to think that they're doing the service of the Most High God. They think that they're going to be doing a righteous thing, man. You understand what I'm saying? They think that they're going to be doing something that's righteous for the eyes of the Lord because they feel like you're in a cult. They feel like you Satan. You know what I'm saying? You're doing something wicked contrary to what they believe, man. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like, hey, man, the Most High God is going to bless me because I put that wicked nigga to death, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to get persecuted like going to jail, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to go get tortured for the truth. That's the question, and it still remains. Are you able to bear the cup that the Lord has given you, man? Are you going to be able to bear that, man? Give me Luke 21 and 12. Right, Luke 21 and 12. Real quick. All right? Luke 21 and 12.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you,
Right?
and persecute you,
And what?
and persecute you,
Right?
delivering you up to the synagogue,
Right.
into prison, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
And that's what's going to happen, man. You're going to end up having to be stuck in front of these damn nasty white judges, man. These damn kings of this earth, man. These governors. And questions, man. Right? Are you going to eat this pork, right, and renounce your God? Or are we going to have to cast you in a prison and have to torture you, boy? What are you going to say in that day, man? What you going to say in that day? You going to be shaking like the cowardly lion? Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And be scared, put them on. That's what's finna happen, man. You're gonna have to go before these princes and these kings, man, and you're gonna have to, hey, know what to say that day. Matter of fact, the Lord's gonna put in your mouth what to say in that day, man.
That's right.
Right? But are you gonna even have your spirit to stand boldly before those men, man, and say you're not renouncing the Most High God, man? Because they might come in there, man, and do something called waterboarding, man. You ever seen it's a movie with Denzel, man, when he was a agent, right? And they had captured him and brought him into the little interrogation room, man. And they tied him to the chair, man, and they put him backwards and put that wet towel on him and start pouring that water on his face, man, and try to drown him. You know what I'm saying? These things are about to happen, man. Torture tactics, man. They might cut your fingertips off, man. Right? Or sleep deprive you, man. You might be up for 3 or 4 days without sleep, man. And every time you try to doze off, they shot. Get back up. These things are coming. This is real. Things like that are going to happen, man. Or set you in the room butt naked, man, in the darkness for about 2 weeks, man, and you ain't seen the light of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? And every time they opened up the door, man, they throwing buckets of cold water on you. Get up, nigga. And every time they give you something to eat or some pork or something, they throwing it in there. Let's see if that nigga's going to get hungry and eat that. I know it smells good to you in there. Put you in a closed closet, man, and play damn honky tonk music over and over again. Torturing your ass, man. Every time you doze off, nigga, that shit turn on. Don't tear my heart. Hey. And then you wake up out of nowhere, man. It sounds funny, but this is real. It's gonna happen, man. You gotta consider these things, man. Are you gonna be able to stand that for the Lord? Right, read.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 68.
Right.
For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you.
Hold that. We gonna get that. That's mighty. That's mighty right there. That's what we gonna get here in a second, right? Man. So these things are about to happen. But guess what? It's going to come a time where you're going to have to make that choice of, hey, man, when this place starts going crazy, are you going to stand? Right? Are you going to be able to get on down, man, and hide out, man, and be able to stand even in the wilderness? Because some of us are going to be, hey, man, what the Lord said, we're going to be pilgrims on the earth, man.
Judah.
What does a pilgrim do? A pilgrim is always on the move, man. No certain dwelling place, man. You might be caught up in the damn wilderness somewhere, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Or you're going to get caught up and thrown in prison. Right? Give me Revelation 2:10 real quick. And then give me 2 Ezra chapter 16 and 40. Right? Read that.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Right?
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Right?
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Right?
That ye may be tried.
That you what?
That ye may be tried.
Right?
And ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Right?
Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Are you going to be able to stand, man, and receive that crown, man? The Lord said the devil coming down on you, man, having great wrath. Great wrath. He's going to be angry beyond measure, man, because he knows he has but a short time. Right? So he's going to try to do any and everything to you, man, to make you uncomfortable, to make you renounce the Most High God, man. Right? People that you want to be so close to and want to be like. These nasty red men. Right? They're going to be torturing you, man.
Right.
And he said, you're going to have tribulation 10 days. We know 10 days, the number 10 is a number of completion. That don't mean you're going to be in there for exactly 10 days. You might be in there for 2 months, man. You never know. But you're going to have to go through that persecution for his name's sake. Because the devil's coming down in great wrath, man. And you might get a chance to escape. But are you going to be able to endure in the wilderness, man? Do you know how to make a fire? Do you know what to eat out there that's lawful to eat? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, King? You got a couple minutes to hear the words of the Lord, man? Just for you, brother. Just for you too, sister. What's your nationality? What's your nationality? Right, you so-called African American, and you probably so-called Spanish. Alaskan. So, yeah, indigenous Alaskan. So you would be a Ganite or Native American, right? All right, all praise this for you too, sister. You know what I'm saying? Y'all believe in the Bible? Yeah. Right? So y'all ever heard of the Israelites before? Right? What y'all know about the Israelites? What you know about it?
Yeah.
That's a question. I mean, it's for you.
No.
Right? So y'all gotta repent, keep the commandments, man. Y'all God's chosen people, man. Right? Y'all gotta remember that. Repent, keep the commandments, man. You know, I ain't saying all people know they that's a prime example of those that are not gonna be ready when that day comes. Right? You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to hearken to the word, that's a prime example, man, of those that are not going to be ready, man.
Right. That's right.
Right, read what you got.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16, 40, and verse 40. It's like, and it reads, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Be what?
Be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Right? So the Lord said, hey man, you gotta get ready for that battle that's coming, man. And you gotta be like a pilgrim on the earth, man. And what pilgrims are known for, man, moving from place to place, man.
Right.
Be in the wilderness trying to make a fire, man. And you know Jake ain't ready. Jake from the hood, he gonna be out there with an empty ass bit trying to light a fire, man. He get mad. He out there really rubbing sticks together, don't know what he doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can't even set up a damn tent that got directions to it.
Right.
You know? And a lot of you gonna be out there with your newborn cheering and everything, be crying, you know, and then you hear footsteps in the background, man, and hounds in the backyard coming for you. And you gotta run with your baby in your arm and your wife and your children, man, and your wife tripping every 10 seconds, boom, over the little sticks that don't exist on the ground. She just falling for no reason. What you gonna do? You gonna be able to bear that, man? Right. When you can't eat every day, you can't go to your refrigerator, open it up and scratch it behind.
Right.
And get things out of the refrigerator, man. And you ain't ate for 3 or 4 days, man. and Esau roll up on you, man, with a damn cheeseburger with bacon on it and say, go ahead and take a bite of that, brother. Let me take care of you. What you gonna do? You're gonna put all that work to the side that you put in for the Lord, and you gonna give up? You gonna eat that swine? Or you gonna stand tall in that day, man?
Right.
Right? Read what you got.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 21.
Right.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
Right.
And except those days should be shortened,
right,
there should no flesh be saved.
Right. Hey, man, look, except those days be short, bro. Hey, ain't no flesh gonna be saved, man, because all hell gonna be broken loose, man. It's gonna be so crazy out here, man. Hey, everybody gonna take the taste of that. Because you're going to have to go through that fire, man. That hour of temptation is what the Lord calls it, man.
That's right.
And then you got a lot of Israelites, man, that say, man, I can't wait till the Lord come back. I can't wait till all hell break loose, man. We can get at Esau, man. I can't wait till that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold that and give me Amos 5:18 real quick. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, hey, man, y'all out here bragging and stuff. You bragging because you in comfortability, man. You in an air-conditioned house, man. You got all your accessories.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything you need. It's easy to say those things right now, man. Right? Read that.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. And it reads, woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh.
Right.
To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him.
Right.
Or went into the house, and laid his hand upon the wall, and the serpent bit him. Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light?
And that's what's going to happen, man. He said, woe to you that desire that day. Because what is it going to be for you, man? You don't know what's fit to happen, man, what lot you have. And you don't even know if you've done enough works to be considered worthy, man. To last in that day, man. Or to have the protection that you have by sitting outside, man. Right? You're supposed to have that faith and hope that the Lord is going to protect you in that day, man. Right? But what is it to you, man? What's going to happen for you in that day? You don't know. Right? Because all hell is going to be broken loose, man. It's going to be destruction, man. Give me that in 2nd Esdras 16 and verse 7. Yeah. Right? 2nd Esdras 16 and 70, man. Because these are some of the things that's about to happen, man. Right? This is exactly what's about to happen, man. I'm going to get a couple more on my pad. Right? Imagine these things, man. Right? Read.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 7.
Right now.
For then shall be great insurrection against the neighboring cities because of them that fear the Most High.
Right. Insurrection means a violent uprising, man. Right? That's the definition of an insurrection, man. A violent uprising. There's going to be a violent overthrow of them that fear the Lord in every city, man. And what's fearing the Lord? Those that are commandment keeping, right? Faith having Israelites, man.
That's right.
It's going to be an insurrection upon you, man. Right? Read.
They shall be like madmen,
right?
Sparing none.
Who is that? Esau and these other nations. Mad men. And they ain't going to spare none of you. They don't care if you're old. They don't care if you're 2 years old. They coming for you, Jake.
Right.
Right? Read.
To abduct and hide them that still fear the Most High.
Right.
For they shall waste and take away their goods.
Right.
And cast them out of their houses.
Right.
For then they, then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Right.
And they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
Right. And that's that trial again, man. It's going to be known, hey, guess what? Who is the chosen people in that day, man? Who is the problem is coming to, man? Who's getting all that smoke? You know what I'm saying? But are you able to stand in that day, man, when it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you tired, man? And they come beating on your door, man, and tanks are rolling down the street, man. Army vehicles, man. The UN and all these soldiers coming down your street, and they coming right for you, man. What manner of person are you going to be in that day, man? What spirit are you going to be in, man? Because this is coming, man. Because then you're going to know who's the chosen, man. Because they going to come down on you because what? Satan have but a short time. And he's coming down with great wrath. And then if he catch you, he going to lock you up. And he going to torture you, man. Right, let's get an account of some torture that went on that our forefathers had to go through, man. Give me your 2 Maccabees 7, right? And start at the top. We're going to read a little bit of that.
It's the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7 from the top.
Right.
It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken,
right, and
compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
And see that? That's that being offered up before their kings and princesses, man. Right? And persuaded to taste swine's flesh, man. Right, read.
And were tormented.
And what?
And were tormented.
Right.
With scourges and whips.
Right.
But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us?
Right.
We are ready to die.
Hey, what?
We are ready to die.
Are you going to have that spirit in the day when you standing in front of them kings and them princes and stuff like that, and you going to tell them you ready to die? You sure you going to do that, Jake? You going to be that bold to stand before the Lord, man, and not cast away his commandments, man? Ask yourself that, man. Read.
We are ready to die.
Right.
Rather than to transgress the law of our fathers.
Hey, and Jake nowadays so weak, man. They be like, hey, man, look, I'll do whatever you want, dog. Just don't kill me, man. Right. Man, don't kill me. I'm straight, man. I need my life, man. I love my life, man. Don't kill me, man. Right? Jake ain't like our forefathers, man. They was different in that day, man. But guess what? The same thing that they dealt with, you're gonna have to deal with it too, man. Right. Right, read.
Then the king began in a rage, commanding pans and caldrons to be made hot.
Right.
Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongues of him that spake first.
So he commanded to cut the brother's tongue out, man. Read.
And to cut off the utmost parts of his body.
And he started cutting off the brother's arms and his fingers and his toes and his feet, man. Right, read.
The rest of his brethren and his mother looking on. Now, when he was thus maimed in all his members, he commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire.
This brother was still alive, man. After having all his members being cut off, his tongue being cut off, the man was still alive. So guess what? That king took the next step, and he said, look, let's throw him in the frying pan and let him burn, man. Let him fry, man. That's, hey, man, you ready for that, man? Because it's coming. Right, read.
And to be fried in the pan.
Right.
And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus, the Lord God looking upon us, and in truth had comfort in us, as Moses in his song, which witnessed to their faces, declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants.
Right, so hey, even the mother was a soldier. She told them boys to stand up and die manfully, man. You think your mother gonna be standing beside you and tell you to die manfully? No, she gonna say, kill that nigga. Right. Leave me. You can have him, he in that coat anyway. Kill that nigga, I'm cool. I'll eat that pork. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about me. I eat those chickens. I used to eat them things anyway. Where the hot sauce at? That's what's coming, man. You can rest on that, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's surely coming, man. Death to a lot of us, man. If you're not on the run, man, if you don't have the protection they have by Shimmy Al-Shah, man, you know what I'm saying? Even if you had the protection, man, your lot might be to be put to death, right? For the name of the Lord, man. Right? Let me get two more. Give me Revelation 6 and 9. Right? And then give me Joshua. Right? Give me that Revelation 6 and 9, right? Get ready to close it out. Right.
This book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
It says, and when he had opened the fifth seal.
What's going on, Kings? Y'all got a couple minutes to hear the words of the Lord, brothers? Y'all got a couple minutes to hear the words of the Lord?
Still trying to get the chicken out.
Oh, man, yeah, brother from last night still trying to eat good, ain't he? Man, you got to come hear that word, baby. Go say read that.
Revelation chapter 6 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God.
Right.
And for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true,
right,
dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
Right.
And white robes were given to every one of them, and it was said unto them, that they should rest yet for a little season, until the fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled.
Right, so guess what, man? Some of you are going to have to be put to death for the words of the Lord. You're going to have to be that martyr, man. Are you able to drink of the cup? Right? Are you able to bear that thought that you might have to be put to death to do this work, man? Are you able to stand that lot, man? This is the question you got to ask yourself, because guess what? The Lord said it's coming. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it's surely coming. Paraphrase. Right? It's coming. So get ready for it, man. Right? Read that.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 24, and verse 15.
Bring it out.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord,
What the Lord say?
and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord,
Now, after hearing all that, if it seem evil to you to serve the Most High, man, read.
choose you this day whom you will serve.
You better choose who you going to serve. You either going to serve this world, or you going to stand 10 toes down for your house by Shimmy Al-Shah, man. Right, read.
Whether the gods which your father served that were on the other side of the flood,
Right.
or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell.
Right.
But as for me and my house,
Say what?
as for me and my house,
Right.
we will serve Yahweh.
Right, so hey, it don't matter what's going on, man. We pray that the Lord keep the spirit on us, man. So if we have to meet certain fate, man, that we're gonna stand boldly before these damn devils, man, and tell them to their face, man, we're gonna serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man.
Right.
But with that, I'm gonna say, Kum Yashala,
Kum Yashala.
Kum Yashala,
Kum Yashala.
Kum Yashala,
Kum Yashala.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Next mighty speak on the scene.
You want a fresh one up?
Hey man, I know it. Drink you some water. Oh yeah, water.
Going all praise to the Most High. First and foremost, we want to give a call Halayim, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That is to say, all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh. Right, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world knows is Jesus Christ. Real name for Mashiach Yahushai. Right? Again, you know, week in, week out, we come out here to preach and to prophesy the downfall of this wicked nation, this wicked kingdom known as America, biblically known as Babylon the Great, and also awaken you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, who are God's chosen people, man, the Israelites of the Bible, right? So, as a people, man, collectively, what we don't do enough is just watch and pay attention to what's really going on, right? Our people are too infatuated with entertainment, into BS and vanity, right? Our people, you know, they're mesmerized by Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. They mesmerized about what's going on with Blueface and Chris Sean, man. Right? Our people are infatuated with drama, gossip, and things that are unprofitable, man. But over there in Russia right now, man, they just deployed their Satan II ICBM intercontinental ballistic missile, man. Right? Something that's 50, no, not 50 times, 3,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb that was dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man.
Right.
That's the type of weaponry that Russia is working with, man.
Right.
Something that can literally blow up, you know, all of Southern California. That can literally blow up the tri-state area, man, with this one bomb, man.
Right.
While our people are too busy, you know, dancing on TikTok and how you doing, brother? What's your ethnicity, kid? Black? And your father's black? All praise to the Most High, man. You believe in Jesus? Already you believe in the Bible then, right? Okay, so what we're up here to do, right? You good, King? Don't even worry about it, right? What we're up here to do is to, you know, bring the truth to our people, because there's a lot of skepticism and a lot of convoluting that people use with the Bible. Right? They're not telling you the truth about this Bible and what's in this Bible. Right? Because if you read this Bible from Genesis to Revelation, you're going to see a consistent theme. Right? That the Israelites, the people that God has selected for His own people to be near and dear unto Him, right? That he loved so much that he gave his only begotten son to die for that nation, right? You're going to see that this nation is the most rebellious people upon the face of the earth, right? And God over and over again, he sends a savior to go deliver his people, right? Like for instance, he sent Samson, he sent David, right? He sent Gideon. He sent mighty men to go and save his people from captivity of the other nations, right? So we have to understand that we're not black, right? Look at the color of your skin right now, right? Even your father, man, he's not black. What color is he? Right? He's not black. He's not the color of the brother Scarface, or our shirts up here, right? That term was put upon us by the same people that put us in fields, had us in chains, was whipping us, right? And those same people are the ones that gave us a religion that's called Christianity, right? So why would we trust the same people that literally put us in chains to teach us about what's in this Bible, right? Because Christianity comes from them. They gave us Christianity. But the Bible has nothing to do with so-called Christianity, right? That word Christ, it's a Greek transliteration, right? And all Christ, it means in the Hebrew is Messiah, Mashiach, right? So the term Christianity came from the white, right? The Greeks. So with all that being said, we're up here showing our people that we are indeed the people of the Bible, the Israelites. We come from, men like King David. We come from men like Christ. Because Christ, he was from the tribe of Judah. Did you know Christ was a Jew? Okay. You know what Christ looked like?
It was not how it's depicted in most pictures.
Right, so he definitely don't look like that, right? Yeah. You would agree. So then how come if we go on Google search right now, guarantee you, let's just experiment, right? Why not? Let's look up Jesus. Let's go to Google Images. That's funny. Yeah, tell me you'll be 3 to 5 minutes. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'll pray.
I'll praise. Because nothing's more important than the word, right? Nothing's more important than the Lord. But it's interesting because we understand that Christ didn't look like this. But if I type in Jesus in the Google Images, this is the first thing that pops up. That's interesting. So it lets you know that there's a narrative that people are trying to forward and push upon other people. Right? They want you to think that when you think of Jesus, think of the white man. When you think of God, think of the white man. When you think of the apostles, the prophets, the angels, you think of white men. Right? But you already know what Christ is like, I'm sure, right? They said they got woolly hair. You got woolly hair, but you got, they call it nappy today. But that's that good hair, man.
That's right.
Right? They said he was so dark it looked like his feet were burned in a furnace.
Right.
Fine brass that was burnt in a furnace, man. Right, so Christ, you said he was a Jew. But if he looks like us, brothers up here, woolly hair, melanated skin, you know what I'm saying? He got a fierce countenance. Hey, that's us, man. Right, but we call ourselves black and niggas and African Americans. What is Christ again? He's a Jew, right? So if Christ is a Jew, and we are the people of Christ, like Kanye said, right? Right, if we the people of Christ, then what's that make us then? We Jews too. No, you good. But we not Jewish, right? Because the people over there in the land of Israel today, let's see what Christ said about those people, right? The Bible doesn't miss, bro. The problem is when we read the Bible, because conditioning and indoctrination from Christianity is so strong because it was literally beaten into us that we read it from the lens of a Christian. That, oh, God so loved the world, it means everybody. That's not what that verse is talking about. Yeah, Christ, he came and he died for everybody. He never said that. He literally said he was only sent for the nation of Israel. Right? But again, we need to start reading this from the perspective of the people that it's talking about and understand that we are those people. Right? So read that.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty.
Right.
But thou art rich.
So Christ said, he's talking to the Jews, right? The real Israelites. He said, I know your tribulation, I know your works, and your poverty. Meaning, I know how you're going through. You're at the bottom of society. That's why he said, look, I'm coming for the meek, for the lowly, for the last. Right? He said, I know what you're going through, but you're rich. How are you rich, but you're going through all of these things? Because when you understand Jeremiah 31 and 31, Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 8, Romans chapter 9, that everything is for the nation of Israel. The new covenant, the old covenant, right? The giving of the law, the service of God, the glory, the promises, everything, right? That's how the Israelites are rich. But here's the key point, brother. What's your name? Cameron? This is the key point, Cameron. Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy.
The what?
The blasphemy.
See, he said, and I know the blasphemy of what?
Of them which say they are Jews,
Which what?
which say they are Jews,
And what?
and are not.
And are what?
And are not.
So what is blasphemy? False prophet, right? False, fictitious, a lie, right? Christ said, I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. Now, who's calling themselves Jews today? Before we told you that we was Jews, we wasn't calling ourselves Jews, right? So there's a people on the face of the earth today calling themselves Jews, right?
Right.
But they're what?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
So the people over there in the land of Israel today, people calling themselves Jewish or Israeli, Christ said that those people are blasphemous and they are the synagogue of Satan.
That's right.
Right? And when you do the history of the Jewish people, they funded the slave trade. They funded the slave trade, right? They own all the banks.
Right.
They run all the media outlets.
Right.
They're the record executives. So it's no wonder that you got, blacks and Latinos, all the music that they're putting out is detrimental to our communities. We only rap about killing each other, slanging dope, pimping out and whoring out our women, right? They're the people that are paying our people to rap about that type of stuff, right? So Christ called them the synagogue of Satan, right? So we got to understand that this Bible don't miss. And the reason, do you know why that, where is that? Do you know why we went to slavery? Do you know why? Why? Absolutely. But here's a serious question, right? We got the nation of the most fierce, athletic, just genetically superior people, right? Like you got brothers like LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo. You look like an athlete, like you hoop or something, right? So look at like brothers like Jimmy Butler, you know what I'm saying? Just built, man. You telling me people that look like, Joe Rogan, people that look like Jack Black, people that look like them, what's the name on How I Met Your Mother? No, not the fat dude, the crazy dude. Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
you can say that for either side. I mean, there's good and bad.
I'm saying, how are they, just a feeble people, able to take a nation that's so much superior to them in everything, right? You got brothers like Usain Bolt. You telling me he's the fastest man in the world? He can run away from them boys?
Well, that's like saying Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Who?
He's also like Neil deGrasse Tyson is the point out of East Bay in transition.
But I'm saying, right? God allowed that to happen.
Right.
He put the power in these white people who are biblically known as Edomites, right? He put the power in them to be able to overtake us because we are God's chosen people, right? And we didn't want to follow God. So God, He made us powerless. When you read the Bible, have you read the Bible? Right? So notice how the Lord, He tells the nation of Israel, before you go to war, right? You got to make sure there's no unclean thing among you, right? You have to make sure that I'm with you. And the only way that God is going to be with the Israelites when they go into battle is through fearing Him and keeping His commandments, right? But God had been departed from us because we didn't want to keep His commandments.
Right.
So therefore, we're powerless when we go into battle against the enemies. That's why we're overtaken by the so-called white man. All right, let's get the curses, right? Okay, come on. So first read Deuteronomy 7:6. You're familiar with Moses. What is Moses famous for? Who were the people? What people? Israelites. He led the Israelites out of Egypt. Because what were they doing in Egypt? You said what? Hey, same thing that they were doing to us, right? It is interesting, right? I'm going to tell you why that's interesting. Is because we are those people. We were the people that were going through the same thing in Egypt as we are over here. Because in the Bible, Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8, it tells you that America or Babylon the Great is spiritual Egypt. Because the same thing that we were doing over here, we were doing back then. But after they came out of Egypt, this is what God told the Israelites. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
So he told the Israelites, y'all are holy and special and chosen to me. Meaning, I set you apart from everybody else, and I made you my chosen and special people. Right, go ahead.
A special people unto himself, above all people.
Wait, the same as.
Above all people.
No, equal to.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God told the Israelites that they are above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right? So now, he told them that, but he gave them an ultimatum. He said, look, y'all are my chosen, holy, and special people that I set up above everybody else. Right? But you have to
I don't
keep
think they
my
coming for us
commandments.
though. Talking about this. You talking about this car?
Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right? Hey, calm down, right?
Keep going.
We have to keep God's commandments. What's the issue?
I don't know. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. Pulled up and jumped out, right? Pulled up like you on the world.
Gone, right? So he told the Israelites, y'all are holy, special, near and dear to me. Right? But he gave the Israelites an ultimatum. You've heard of the covenant, right? So the covenant was the Israelites agreeing to do everything that God told them to do. Right? And in return, they would receive the blessings. Let's get Deuteronomy 28:1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, from the top. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So he said, look, if you do what I tell you to do, then I'm going to set you on high above all nations upon the earth. Right? He said, if you do what I tell you to do. Right, verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now he's saying, but if you don't want to listen to me, all these curses are going to come upon you and overtake you. Right? So is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? So, again, when we go throughout the Bible, let me get Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 27. Right? Watch what Moses said to the Israelites.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, and verse 27. It reads, For I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck.
Right?
Behold, while I am yet alive with you this day, ye have been rebellious.
You have been what?
Ye have been rebellious.
So the Israelites are hard-headed and stiff-necked and rebellious, right? Moses saying, while I'm here right now, y'all have been rebellious as hell. Y'all don't want to listen to nothing. Keep going.
Ye have been rebellious against the Lord. And how much more?
And how much what?
And how much more after my death?
So Moses, he told the Israelites, y'all been rebellious ever since I've been with y'all. And how much more after my death?
Bring it
Meaning,
out.
y'all aren't going to start listening. Y'all aren't going to start keeping the commandments of God. So Moses knew that the curse was going to come upon the children of Israel, right? Now we're going to touch on some curses, a few of them, because there's a lot of curses that the Lord put upon the Israelites, right? You with me? Right? There's a lot of curses that the Lord put upon the Israelites. Actually, like 43, man. Right? So we're just going to touch on a couple to prove emphatically who we are, so that you leave today not calling yourself black anymore. Right? So that you know that your true nationality is an Israelite.
Right.
That's what God called you. That's who you are. You're one of God's chosen. That's what we're going to prove to you today, brother. Right? ¿Quieres encendido? ¿Sí? Hey, negros y latinos es israelitas de Biblia. Right? We are the Israelites of the Bible. We have to repent. We have to keep...
Maya.
It's an idol. It's an idol, graven image. That's a sin. A sin. That's muy mal. Muy mal, you gotta take it off, brother. You gotta take it off. Right? We're gonna keep going, right? So Deuteronomy 28, 15, we're gonna show you a few curses, right?
It's the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So remember, this is the punishment that's being placed upon the Israelites for not listening to God. He said, what?
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed in the cities, and and cursed in the fields. Now, we can go to any city across America, even across the world, who's at the bottom, man, in the cities, right? Who's getting shot down, right? Like cold blood, just getting ran up on drive-bys. They in the projects, Section 8, on all type of government assistance, like WIC and welfare, food stamps, right? Who's at the bottom, man? Who's really going through it? God said that the Israelites would be, Israelites, again, who are his chosen people, would be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. Now, who's in the fields? Literally. What people went through the same type of oppression and atrocities as so-called blacks and Latinos in the fields, right? The Israelites, that's who we are, man. Because we fit these curses. Let me get verse 46. Let me get Amos 3:1.
Verse 40, Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
So I'm going to show you what God used these curses for, right? Go ahead.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So the Lord said that the curses would be used as a sign, right, upon the Israelites. So meaning, no matter where you at, no matter what they calling you in the land of your captivity, because one of the curses is the Israelites losing their identity, their heritage, and culture, and being called other names. Not Israelites anymore, but being called black, nigger, stick, etc. Right? But God said that the curses would be used as a sign to identify who the children of Israel are. Right? So let's get there, matter of fact. What's it? Israelite. Give me one, what's it called? Vigilante to Israel.
Hey, you an Israelite, King. You got a flyer? Hey, get a brother a flyer. Look, check it out.
Cameron, let me give you one more scripture, right? Because now you understand, and we're not even scratching the surface here, right? But at least now you have some understanding that you're not just a nigga, man, and you have a purpose upon this earth. Christ is going to come back very, very, very soon, man. Right? Let me get Ecclesiastes 12:13. You gotta go? Okay, you good, bro. Make sure you're repenting and you're keeping God's commandments. Make sure you start reading this Bible. All right, start keeping God's commandments. All right. Nevertheless, man, we got to understand, like I said, as a people, we got to start watching, man. Paying attention to what's going on and stop occupying ourselves and BS all the time and start understanding that God, man, is about to visit this earth in his wrath, man.
That's right.
It's not a game. And everybody's acting like life is just a game, like that you can have a revival, man. Like San Andreas, you know how we die? You can die as many times as you want, you're still gonna come back. He's gonna walk out the hospital, you're gonna have $500 in that little bank account, right? That's not how life works, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, bro, the Lord gave you one life, man. Right? This is the life that you get. And whatever you do in this life, man, is what you're gonna be judged according to, man. Right? And then guess what? You will come back through regeneration and be judged according to your works as well. Yeah, you got a minute, bro? You got a couple minutes, Steve? Oh, praise to the Most High. What's up, brother? Well, what would you call yourself as far as your ethnicity? Like your race? Black? Okay. So why would you call yourself black? That's just a question. Okay. But you know you're not black though, right? Because I'm looking at your skin color, right? You ain't black, you're brown. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's, you know, like, the reason I ask is because the East Indian, they know they come from India, they call themselves Indian, right? And they understand they got a culture and their heritage, a way of living. The Chinese man, you know, he come from Hong Kong or Beijing or something like that, right? He call himself Chinese, right? Our people are the only people, even white men, they call themselves white, but they know where they come from too. Like, oh, my people, they go back to Germany, or I'm French, right? But our people, we don't know who we actually are. The real reason that we call ourselves black after a color is because that's what our oppressor stamped on us, right? So we're just up here to tell our people that we're not black. We're not African American or Negro or Latino or Native Indians. Again, all those terms were put upon us through slavery, through oppression by our oppressor, right? And God told us, Deuteronomy 28, give me that, 37. This is what God told the Israelites, his chosen people, the people that he brought up out of Egypt by the hand of Moses. This is what he told his people. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 37.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Hosea 1, right? So the Lord said that the Israelites would be an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. So an astonishment is like, wow, right? Like, look at these, look at, and when you understand that that's what they're doing to the Israelites to this very day, because did you go to the Hawks game? Or did you watch it? No? Okay, well, hey, everybody was just astonished by what the Razorbacks was able to do on that field today, man. They were astonished at what Coach Prime, Deion Sanders was able to do up there in Colorado. Because they love nothing more than to see a bunch of niggas running with that ball, hitting that ball, dunking that ball, right? Or fiddling them with the mics, man. Because they're astonished at the abilities and the capabilities that we've been able to do, like Usain Bolt, right? They're like, wow. But again, it said a proverb as well. A proverb is like a wise saying, right? Or pretty much it's like a stereotype. Like, niggas love watermelon and fried chicken. Right, like an elevator can raise a family, but a black man can't. Right, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Right, so we become a proverb as well. And he also said this is a key point: a byword among all nations. A byword, right, is something that you're being called that you are not. So that's why I asked, you know, what would you call yourself? We call ourselves black, but we are indeed the Israelites of the Bible, God's chosen people. Let me get this one more verse.
That's all.
Let me get two more verses. Right? Let me get Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
A little young going.
And Hosea 1 and 10.
The book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea,
right?
Which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Meaning we're innumerable, right? We're everywhere you can't even count us. Right?
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
So the Lord said it's going to come to pass, meaning this is what's going to happen. It's a future prophecy. That in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people, what's going to happen?
There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
Because in this land we've been called everything but a child of God. Right? We've been called, like I said, black niggas, etc. But he said in that same place, you're going to find out that you are the son of the living God. You are an Israelite. Because that's what Israelite means. Tap into the information. Can you repent and keep the commandments because we living in the last days? How you doing, sister? You got 2 minutes for the Lord real quick? Just 2 minutes is all I ask. 2, please. Please, Baba, I'm begging you. Right? And that's sad that we even got to do that to have our people hear the word of the Lord. Right? How you doing, brother?
Pretty good.
You got 2 minutes for the Lord?
I already prayed about it, man.
Hey, man, the Lord said pray without ceasing. Right. You pray without ceasing, man. That means non-stop. You're never too busy for the Lord. How you doing, brother? What's your name, King?
Edward.
Edward? All praises. How you feeling today, Edward?
Blessed.
Blessed. All praise to the Most High. We are blessed indeed and highly favored, man. God, he chose us to be his special people. Near and dear unto him above everybody else. Right? So I'm going to ask you the same question. What would you call yourself as far as your ethnicity or your race? All praises.
All praises. That's right. That's right.
So you from the tribe of Judah, man. Christ comes from that same tribe.
That's right.
King David comes from that same tribe.
That's right.
Right? Mighty men come from the tribe of Judah, man. That's the lead tribe, man, the top tribe. You know what I'm saying? That all the other tribes in this earth is actually gonna follow after. Right? And a matter of fact, I believe all of these mighty brothers up here too from the tribe of Judah, man.
That's right.
Right? Right? We gonna be the first to rise up. We gonna be the ones to raise up these other tribes as well. But King, so you from the tribe of Judah, right?
Judah said,
that's a beautiful thing. But there's a requirement, right? Because knowing is only half the battle.
That's right.
Right? Because once you know, you got to start putting into action the things that you know.
Right.
Because being an Israelite isn't just, oh yeah, I'm an Israelite, like, yeah, it's whatever. I'm gonna still continue to live my life as an American.
Right.
Right? As a nigga in Babylon. Because the Chinese man, he doesn't just know he's Chinese, but he practices their heritage and their culture, and he keeps their holy days and worships their gods and does their thing. But our people, we still follow the American way, the way that we've learned from the white man. But like you said, we're from the tribe of Judah, so we need to be keeping the things that God gave to the Israelites right, which is his commandments and his holy days. And do what we need to do as far as keeping our heritage and our culture, worshiping our God, the only true God. Because all these other nations, they worship their God, which is no God. They're idols, right? But we worship the one true God, the God of heaven and earth, the God that created the universe, man, whose name is Yahweh, right? But like I said, brother, knowing is only half the battle.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel.
And now who?
And now Israel.
So he's talking to you, Edward. And now Israel, because you know you Israel, right? He said, and now Israel.
What do the Lord thy God require of thee?
See, he requires something of you. It said, what does the Lord your God require of you? So, well, like I said, knowing is only half the battle, because God, he expects something from you, Edward. All right, we're going to find out what he expects. Go ahead.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
So we got to fear God. And fearing God is keeping his commandments. Fearing God is loving your God. Right. Fearing God is loving your people. Right? Fearing God means you are afraid of the judgment that's going to come upon you for you not keeping God's word.
Right.
So we got to fear God. All right, go ahead.
Teach.
To walk in all his ways.
You got to walk in all his ways. And his ways is right here. It's the instructions. When you understand
what the law is, the Torah, right? The word Torah in the Hebrew literally means instruction.
Right.
So you got to walk in his ways, his instructions that he laid forth for us. Go ahead.
To walk in all his ways and to love him and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
Right? So we got to keep the commandments of the Lord. That is our purpose as Israelites upon this earth. We keep the commandments, and the Lord is going to give everything to us, man. He's going to give us the increase, man. Because the world was made for our sakes. But due to us falling off and keeping God's commandments, we become servants to this world. Right? Now we don't rule this world, the world rules us. And by the world, I'm talking about these other nations. Now we're serving all these other nations for everything that we want and need. We're subject to them in their oppressive ways. Right, King? So you understand what's required of you, Edward.
Oh, man. I feel you, though. I feel you.
Well, we just read it. Yeah. That's right. That's right. I'm not, and it's lucky, right? Meaning, forgive me. I'm not trying to, ask you. I'm not trying to trick you or anything like that. I'm just trying to build with you, brother, because I love you, man.
That's right.
And I want to see you get to the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be, again, on this earth. And you have a rulership with your brothers on this earth. You reigning, ruling, and rejoicing, chilling with your brothers as a king on this earth. That's what the kingdom of heaven is.
Right.
Right? So, understanding that you're an Israelite, that what's required of you is obeying God's commandments, you doing that, you're promised the kingdom of heaven. Right? So, do you know any commandments?
Thou shalt not worship other gods before.
Right. So,
right.
Any other ones?
Thou should not take the Lord's name in vain.
Right.
Thou should not kill.
That's right.
Observe the Sabbath day.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. Right.
Wait, when is the Sabbath day?
Come on. Sabbath day is Saturday.
That's right.
That's right.
The brother is in the spirit.
In the spirit.
He's in the spirit of truth. Man.
Let's go.
Right?
Almost say Sunday.
Yeah, but it's Saturday, which is today, right? So it actually starts Friday night when the sun goes down, right?
Right.
That begins the Sabbath day, and the Sabbath day ends upon the sun going down on Saturday.
That's
right.
right.
That completes the 7th day, which is the week, right? The new week begins at, whenever the sun goes down today, which is the 7th day on Saturday night, right?
Bring it out.
So it's a beautiful thing. You know some of the commandments. The 10 Commandments are definitely important. They're chief, right? They're chief, man. But let me get back to chapter 5, verse 17, right? Because we got to keep all the commandments to the best of our ability, right? There are certain commandments that we cannot keep because we do not have an active high priest.
Right.
We do not have a standing temple.
Right.
We cannot go to the altar and make sacrifice and make atonement for our sins.
Right.
Right? There are certain commandments that we have to keep, you know, just as best as we can, man. Right? There's certain laws on uncleanness that we're not able to just keep to the best of our ability, because you never know. You could be going to dang Wendy's, man, and the dang server right there, she on her menstrual cycle. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, but we rehearsing the righteous acts in the land of our captivity.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Right? So that's all the Lord is looking for. He's looking for obedience. You striving to please the Lord to the best of your ability. That's what God is looking for. Didn't Samuel say it is better to obey than to offer 1,000 oxen now?
Right.
He said rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Right? So all God is looking for is that effort, man, to show that you truly love Him. Bring that up.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 17.
Start at verse 19.
Verse 19.